Hello there, boys. Thanks for stopping by. This is Dasby, otherwise known as FM Totality on YouTube and Twitter. I'm so excited. It's here. The Heathens Resurrected save. It took me so long to do this. I'll tell you, a lifetime in the making. Not really. It's about 3 weeks, actually. A lifetime in the idea. I've been thinking about this for a long time, probably since I got into Football Manager. Just the idea of creating a part of history, recreating history, and working with it and just seeing what happens within the remits of the game. I just absolutely love this, creating things like this. So here we are, we're at Newton Heath. If you've not already read the blog post and followed it on my Twitter, please do. As you can see, we've got the graphic in the background there, Newton Heath 1878. Come on you heathens, with that fantastic logo there. I had a bit of help with the community. There's some links for people who I need to say thank you to below in the description. Please check them out. Just really good. The help's been fantastic. So we created this in honour of the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway connection that Newton Heath had with the railway. They were formed as part of the railway. In fact, the car park where my dad used to collect his wages, because he was a railwayman, he used to work at the same depot, was their pitch. Not with the tarmac, of course, underneath the tarmac was their pitch. So yeah, it's just embedded in my blood and also the blood of Manchester, of course. So yes, that's basically what it is. It's an alternate reality save. If you've not read the blog already, you should do. It's really explains everything in a lot of detail. So please check that out. Explains even spending time with my dad when he's got dementia, and how United bound us. It was a bit of an indulgence, that blog entry, but I had to get that on my system and tell you why I was doing it, and I think it's important that I did. Second blog post is about the whole concept and how I put it together, and how I edited it and stuff like that. Key to that is a timeline. So I created an alternate timeline when in 1902 Newton Heath weren't bailed out. Now they were in dire straits. They'd overextended the ground, and we're talking like 30,000 people a week visit, watching them at the time. They're no mugs. It's not a small ground at the time. Of course, the heyday at the start of football was around the turn of the century. It got to massive proportions just before the First World War. Excuse me. So Newton Heath were part of that. They were one of the biggest teams in the area, and but they overextended. They also rising player wages caused a few problems. They got sued by the chairman because of unpaid debts, and they locked up the gates. They also had the ground taken off them as well by the people who owned it. It was just getting a bit of a mess, so they locked the gates, and a man called John Henry Davies came in, found by the captain. He got introduced to the club by the captain, Harry Stafford, inspiring captain, who paid the own players' wages out of his own wage, and looked after everything himself. What a genius! Kept the club going, and John Henry Davies bailed it out, 2,000 quid, become United. But that didn't happen in my world. United doesn't exist. Don't all cheer at once. FC United doesn't exist because there's no rebel club. So there we go. That's where we are. So they've carried on. I did an alternate timeline that got me, I think, quite fairly to Sky Bet League 2. I think they would have been following the profile of clubs like Port Vale and a lot of the yo-yo clubs throughout the years. Then that's where they would naturally end up, I feel. So that's where we are. So I've tried to be as honest as I can with the whole creation of the club. It's been really tricky to create. Basically, I took the reputation of Port Vale because they matched the profile quite well. But then I also went right through the league and took the stats from the attributes, from different ones. So nothing is overpowered. I tell a lie, actually. I think youth is probably about half a star overpowered. It's not intentional, it's just the way it's happened. I do intend to do a youth program, and my attributes as a manager, I've took the goalie ones off because you don't need them, of course, and I've banked them up to onto my youth development. So I don't know why, but still, it's still fair to middling. There's a couple of teams in the league who have got the same youth level as me, 3 stars, 2.5, 3 stars. So it's fair play. And it doesn't matter anyway because I ran a sim. I did do a YouTube video, but unfortunately I recorded it without the mic on, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. But so what happened is in the sim, we got relegated in the first season. So there you go. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to have my work cut out, no matter whether we've got 3 stars or not. So that's where we are. We are a club that is embedded in the community. Everything about our club is all about the community. So let's just have a quick look at our club now. Here's straight away on our club screen. I'm going to get a graphic for this here in the middle. I've got the background graphic there. I'm quite pleased with my stadium now. It's based on Bury. But here in the middle, I should have, and I'm having a few technical glitches trying to get that in, so that might appear in later episodes. We've got my kits that I got created. I created them with some help again off the community. Some fantastic blokes helped me out. I'm gonna reference them in the comment in the description below, so have a look at that. We've got, based on the traditional strip, an 1878 running through it as a watermark. We've got our home strip, red and white, and then my favourite actually with Heathens on. You can't actually see it clearly. It's also got little locos, little locomotives on the arms as well, so quite chuffed with them. That matches the actual 3D kits in the game as well. This is completely thorough, this. Apart from this, another thing that annoys me, this picture missing. So there we go. We've got good training facilities. We've got good youth facilities. We've got a regional reputation because we've been going a long time. We know mugs here, you know, it's not as if we've just appeared from nowhere. We've got a proud history. It's been going a long, long time, 150 years, 140 years. 50 years, 140 years. So there you go. We've got our club legends, Dennis Law. Dennis Law had to have one of them in as a United fan. Dennis Law come to us in this alternate history, and after his tempestuous time at Torino, more as a protest move against City. I've even put it in the story that he was spotted at Newton Heath. He was sat with the chairman before it to try and build up a bit of fun and a bit of narrative. He was sold £100,000 to Torino from City, and in 1965 I think, and then 64 maybe, and then he had a bit of a torrid time, like I say, and he came back, including a crash when he drove the wrong way around a roundabout. His mate was driving, I think, and then he came back, and in my story he trains with us, and then he joins us. He joins on a low transfer fee as a protest to City. So for a year he's a beast, scores the most goals in one game, 4 in one game, and then he buggers off to Chelsea because they've got loads of money. They did at the time. So we've got Harry Stafford, who was our captain. He became on to become manager. Billy Meredith, of course, he was, if any United fans might have heard of him, a winger, right winger, I think. And Billy Meredith, for us, he went on to become our manager and eventually the chairman. So it's properly developed right into the 30s. Our icons are Peter Taylor. Peter Taylor, friend, assistant manager with Brian Clough, of course. There's a part where just before they went to Derby, where they had a falling out, and in my story, Peter Taylor comes to us instead of going to Derby with him. Derby get relegated under Brian Clough, obviously making the point that Brian Clough was nothing without Peter Taylor, etc., etc. A bit controversial. You make your own mind up about that, etc. We've got Ron Atkinson, who has a lovely little transfer drama with Mickey Thomas. So in 1981, when the real Ron Atkinson joined United in real life, in my story, he brings in Mickey Thomas against the wishes of the board, forces the move through, record transfer at the time, and it doesn't work out. Mickey Thomas breaks his leg in the first game. He never plays all season for us. Ron Atkinson throws his right out the pram and buggers off. We've got Lily Cotton, Heathen Ladies, because it really annoys me that the ladies game gets ignored. Of course, now it's on the up, but in those days, 1921, it was banned, and it just winds me up. And she is a legend of the club. So throughout the First World War, she played for us. Wilfred Feeney and Patrick Feeney, that's a personal thing. I needed two people. I like the idea of two wingers, a bit like somebody like, maybe a bit better, the Rafael de Silva and Fabio de Silva at United, who had loads and loads of promise. It didn't really work out in the end for him. But the same sort of thing, I just like the idea of that. And Wilfred Feeney and Patrick Feeney are my own relatives. Wilfred Feeney died in the First World War on the 7th of September 1917, so I wanted that in just as a little tribute. So in 1922 they survived the war, they came back and played brilliantly for us. So there you go, there's our icons. We're just going to quickly go through the records. We've not even looked at the club yet, have we? So it's got a full bouncy up and down league positions. I've done them in the editor for the last 20 years. Most points in the season. A fewest points, this is all from my stuff that I've put in. That was a bad season, wasn't it? 39. Most defeats, 25. 2008, 2009, it was poor. Highest attendance, check this out. FA Cup with Liverpool. You might think that's an exaggeration. It is not, guys. These stadiums were huge at that time. Don't forget they were standing as well, so that helped quite a lot, and a lot of them were uncovered. Average, biggest season was in the season when we actually went bankrupt. Again, that's true, that. In 1901, 1902. Lowest attendance was 891 versus Stockport in the English Second Division in 1931. No idea why, I just want to put that in. Biggest win, this is real life, 10-1 versus Wolves, 10th of January 1901. Not sure about the defeat. I think I put, yeah, of course I put that one in because it's after 1902. High scoring game, 6-0 versus Leicester. So I've put all them in myself. I just wanted to give the story some sort of credence, you know. Here we go. We've got some other things. This is a good story. Harry Stafford's right. So he went on to be the star player, the captain, the guy who inspired the real United to exist. Of course, in mind, he stays at United. Harry Stafford. He becomes this inspirational, talismanic captain, manager. He didn't make it to chairman. I didn't like him being chairman because he's a working class fella. And then this is his grandson. His grandson comes on against Port Vale. What an absolute beast, and he scores straight away. Look at this in the same game. Look at that. So 16 years and 33 days, he comes on and he scores in the English Second Division. Brilliant. What should we say? He wins the game for us. Last minute, a bit too cheesy, wasn't it? But he wins the game. Oldest player, 39 years, 257 days. Lads, listen to me, Dad. That's him, Jack Birchall, the old bugger that caused it all. I told him today, he's got dementia, like I said. I told him at the home, and he just giggled. Didn't have a clue what I was going on about. He doesn't know what Football Manager is because he's in a different world of his own. He just giggled and then said, "Is that an apple tree out there?" It wasn't an apple tree. There's nothing there. But there you go. There you go, Dad. My dad's in it as well. He's our oldest player. Fastest goal, 1 minute and 0 seconds. Now, this is why it's 1 minute and 0 seconds. You might think that's amazing that Billy Meredith manages to score exactly on the minute, and that's because they weren't timing them properly in those days. Goals were, I can't remember when it changed, but at the time, goals were done to the minute. They were reported to the minute. So we're going to call it a minute against City. So he signs for us. Billy Meredith comes over. It's like the whole thing is like geared up against City, isn't it? But Billy Meredith comes over from City and he plays in his first game against them. Billy Meredith scores in a minute. Because you know what? It happens in real life. You might say it's a load of rubbish, but it does happen, doesn't it? How many times do these things happen? Loads of times. Most goals, Dennis Law, there we go. Most goals in a league match, 5. Yeah, I can't remember that one. Tommy Roberts, our goalie, yeah. So that's it, really. That's all the history. That's the history of the club. There's my club. So I'm ready to have a look at the team now. So we better get moving, don't we? We better move forward and have a look what this squad's like. The staff's going to be, is it non-existent? Oh, it's put a minimal staff in, so I'll need to get working on that. I have allowed an indulgence here with Ken McKenna. There we go. Ken McKenna is the Morecambe assistant manager. And, you know, you might think he's not that good. His DDM he's got 11 determination, 14 discipline, 8 man management. You're working with youngsters 14. But I think that's the thing. At Morecambe, in my Morecambe saves, he's been fantastic at bringing the youth through. So I allowed myself in. But everyone else is just fictional. So I've got no staff. All right, squad. Need to work on them, don't I? Hey, look at this. He's handy, isn't he? 26. This fullback here, Luke Phelan. Hey, I'll tell you what, he needs to get out in the sun, doesn't he? Luke Phelan. There we go. Can we get the kit on? There we go. That's nice. If you like the skin, by the way, it's the higher tempo skin. I'll put a link below. He's 5-star. Let's have a look. Current ability. He won't have any history, will he? No, because he's with us, of course. So let's have a look. So let's have a look at his tech. His techs are quite poor, aren't they? Determination 2. 2. So he won't run for the ball, will he? You know, if it's a 50-50 tackle, he'll just stop and have a brew. So, okay. Pace 15. Acceleration 16, 15. Lower league management. That's what you need, isn't it? You need pace, you need determination, you need stamina. So, stamina, well, you know, he's got a lot of stars, but, you know, he's got potential, let's say. As a DR, what's his crossing like? 9. Okay. All right. I mean, time will tell because we don't know what we're going to be like, do we? Let's have a look at this guy, Jim Forbes, our goalkeeper. Jesus Christ, he looks like he's off Walking Dead. That's not a good look, is it, that? It's cold in Manchester, though, isn't it? They don't get much sunshine. It's not bad. I'm pretty rubbish at judging goalkeeper attributes, actually, to be honest. I just tend to go off. I did better than my last one, but he's 4.5 stars, so we'll take that. Let's have a look. We've got our striker. This is what we want. Ronnie Boylan. That's the name, innit? Ronnie Boylan. Is he Irish? Where's he from? Where's he from? Oh, I'm mad. Information. Place of birth. Oldham. It's an Oldham lad. It's not Scholesy, is it? Looks a bit like Scholesy, doesn't it? Call him Scholesy from now on, except as a striker. So he's a poacher. He's got 15 finishing. Fair play. Oh, determination shit, innit? It really is. Tell you what we'll do in a minute. We'll have a little look just on the attributes of the team. I'll just get an attribute view in a minute, but let's just keep having a look at these. Ronnie Boylan. So that's pretty much it, isn't it? Jack Smith. Jack Smith. Well done, SI. Tricky name, that one. Yeah. So, marking, determination, CD, yeah. All right, let's have a little look. Oh yeah, nod to Loki Doki. Thank you very much for the squad, dude. Forgot I had that in there. So let's go to mine. Daz Attrib and Rolls. This is mine. I think this is on Steam if you want to download it. I just like having everything in one place. So let's have a look. Stamina. We've got none. We've got a few yellows. Head in. I think I've got it set for over 15, you know, for the greens, but I'm gonna have to drop that out because, you know, we are at a lower league level. Okay, that's not too bad. Acceleration. We're a reasonably fast team. What was that one? Long shots. Oh my giddy am! Look at the state of that. Oh, I want passing. Give me good passing. Give me good. No bit of work to do here, lads, aren't we? No wonder they bloody come 24th. Natural fitness, not too bad actually. Jumping. Okay, let's go to team report now. I think. Oh my God, look at this. Let's have a look. No sweepers, of course. Who does? No wing backs. I do like a cheeky wing back. Could do with more depth at centre back. We've got 6. What are you talking about? So we've got the most. Let's have a look. Squad depth. So we're on my favoured. We've got nobody in the DM. Strata. Okay, that's interesting. We've got 2. Ben Burgess, Gilliard. So the best way to do this is to go like that, lads, and we'll just chop people off. Let's have a look. So Burgess. What I'll do is I'm just going to leave the top 2. Oh, what am I talking about? I was going to do it myself, but it'll give us best 11, won't it? Best 11. Forgot about that. Right, there we go. So we've got 4 stars up front. Ronnie Boylan. A lot of expected of the lad there, considering he's only got 1 green in the technical there. He's a poacher. Basically, he sort of sits with a deck chair on the line, doesn't he? Jack Smith, 22. Okay, again, weak crossing, isn't it? Oh man, I don't know where to begin. I mean, I knew it'd be difficult, but I don't know where to begin. Luke Phelan there, our guy again who can't cross, so he's a defensive fullback in here. Jim Forbes. It's not that bad, is it? Really? I thought they'd be absolutely bobbins. Let's have a look at the under 23s. We've got a few greyed out jobs. We've got Daryl Higgins. Now that I could probably work with. He's got 13 determination. Let's have a look. Attacking midfielder, passing 10. That's not too bad. Yeah, I can work with that, lad. I like that. Daffyd McKelness. Sorry about that. Terrible accent. Okay, needs a bit of work, doesn't it? Technicals, of course, we can always work on. Okay, and we've got under 18s as well. Don't normally like having under 18s. So a lot of extra training, a lot of extra managing. But of course, we need it here. Excuse me. So I don't think they're that bad actually. I don't think they're that bad. It's not the end of the world. We've got no leaders, of course. We've got none at all because they've just turned up on bus, haven't they? Who wants to join Newton Heath? Put your hand up. That lad at back there. Have you got any boots? Right, borrow some off your dad. You can come. It's a bit like that, isn't it? So they're all a bit like, you know, nobody's got a clue what's going on. Suddenly, you know, they were all like at Manchester United Academy, and suddenly, like they wake up in the morning and they're in an alternate universe. That's why they're all pale. Not got a clue where they are. So there's nothing else to show at the moment, is there? I mean, you know, if you play this game, why are you watching it? If you're not, I'm sure you are. But you'll know that it's a lot. It takes a lot of time to work through this. So I might do some of it on stream. I think I'm going to blog a little bit more sensibly and start to put down the where we're at and what we're going to do with this team. Oh, we've not had a look at the finances. Now the finances are copied exactly off Newport Counter, I think. So just to show you it's fair. 100,000 quid transfer budget, 19,000 wage budget, currently spending 7,000, scouting budget 20,000, okay. Yeah, overall balance $1 million. Don't know how that's happened. Let's have a look, because I put in the overall balance was 450 odd thousand. Ah, we got season ticket income. Yeah, okay. Right. So there you go. That's the Heathens. The Heathens Resurrected. If you want to know anything else about the history, of course, there's loads of places you can look it up online. Keep watching the blog as well. It's my aim to do both together. If you want a more considered view, could be a bit flighty on YouTube, can't it? Skipping through things. If you want a more considered view, a slow view with pickies and stuff like that, then we will do that on there. I think what we'll do is go through a little list of who we're going to keep and who we're not, and then start to delve into the market. So we might do that for the next episode. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. You have been watching the first episode of Heathens Resurrected, and I look forward to seeing you again for episode 2. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Bye.